it's not going well. Hey y'all, it is now Monday, April the 15th, and this is the start of my week 3 of Camp NaNoWriMo April 2024 writing vlog. And I have just finished my writing for the day. I did 2 pages, which equaled out to 845 words. So not quite a pace day, but to be honest with you, I had kind of a weird day. For some reason, I just completely forgot about my daughter's weekly swimming lesson on Monday nights. Just completely forgot about it. We've been going for 2 months and I just forgot. So when I got home, I was like, oh, I'm going to make this for dinner, and then I got to sit down and edit a video, and then when that's done, I'll just go ahead and I'll write for the rest of the evening. And then that didn't happen because I had to immediately leave for swimming lessons. And then we got there, and then I realized that we didn't need to immediately leave. I had about half an hour that I could have had at home editing that video or working on dinner or whatever, but I didn't. I forgot that they changed the time of the class. So it was just a very weird evening. I was very out of sorts. I had started to write on my lunch break at work. I didn't get a ton done, only just over maybe like 2/3 of a page. So I knew I needed to get more done, but I just got started way later than I wanted. I probably could have gone another page. I'm right in the middle of a good flow, and I'm really happy with the work that I did, but it's 11 o'clock and I'm tired. I want to get to bed. But all told, again, there's something to be said for overcoming that initial impulse to just call it a night because one thing went wrong, and overcoming that has been a huge goal of mine. So the fact that even though things went wrong and I was not having a good time, I sat down and wrote. So like I said, not a pace day, but not terribly off pace. I am 45 words short of 7,000. Again, still wood to chop. I've got some plans with my content creation this week that'll ease the burden a little bit. So it'll leave me more time for reading and writing, theoretically. Anyway, so Monday, 885 words, 2 pages, some really good progress in this scene. I always think about I can't remember who said it, maybe it was Neil Gaiman, that the first draft, or maybe it was Terry Pratchett. Anyway, the first draft is you telling the story to yourself, and that has been a source of comfort to me because so much of this draft is not going to make it to the second draft, but it's stuff that I need to know. You can plan and plan and plan and do your outline and everything, but there are just some things that aren't going to establish themselves until you are working on that moment. You are actually putting the words on the page. Things aren't going to click together until you're in the weeds. And today's session really illustrated some things for me. I know I've got to work on setting description a lot more. I know that, and some of my ideas and concepts, I feel like I could work on better translating them to the page, but just getting them down for now has really helped me clarify some of my ideas. And no word in a first draft is wasted. As long as you're just learning about your world and your story, the draft is still a good one. And I've known that in my head, but somewhere back here, there's always this is a waste of time. There's that voice that it's telling me this is a waste of time and this is all garbage and I should just stop. I learned a lot today. So even though I came up just a hair short of my daily goal, I'm really proud of what I did. And I hope, since I don't have any recording to do tomorrow, that it will be a very productive writing day. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. I promise this time. No weeks like last week. Hello, everyone. It is now just after 10 o'clock on Tuesday, April the 16th. Yes, April the 16th. And I am just about to settle in for a writing session. I've already gotten the vast majority of a single page done already. That I did that on my break at work. And I think I'm going to do just a quick session right now and try and finish out that page and then maybe get an entire second page. And that might be it. And I was thinking 2 pages a day might be my upper limit that I'm able to do in a day. And if that is the case, I am not going to ever catch up to pace, and I will almost certainly not be making my 30,000 word goal at the end of the month, unless I do some like major buckling down and, focusing on nothing but writing over the weekends, which is difficult because I've obviously got other obligations, but I just don't see it happening. I'm fine with that, really. This was more about, for me, doing Camp Nano this month was more about getting myself back into a daily writing habit. And the pages in this notebook are equaling out to, between 350 and 450 words. On average, a 2-page total is between 750 and 850 words. I was thinking about it, and that's not a bad total for someone who has a full-time job and has kids and a family and other hobbies and things. 700 words will still get you an epic fantasy completed in like half a year. So how can I be mad about that? How can I be disappointed in myself when I'm still getting words down? And something I am trying to let go of this year is setting impossible standards that I'm never going to meet and then beating myself up for not meeting them. So I thought 3 pages was doable. I'm learning that 2 pages is probably my limit. And you know what? Great, I learned something. That means next month, after camp is over, I can continue just going, I'll do a page on my break at work and I'll do a page at home, in the evening. And it's something easy that I can do after the kids go to bed, and I can just sit in my bed and watch TV. Usually I'm a big sports girly, so putting like a basketball or a baseball game on, will entertain me, keep the background noise going while I knock out some words. I think I can be really satisfied with that. And so in that regard, even if I don't hit that 30,000 word goal for this month, I have to say that if I establish a 2-page habit, then this month has been a success. I know it's only the 16th, and I know I still can hit that goal, but just learning that benchmark that, is possible, and consistently doing it is really, really important and instructive for me, and like establishing what I can do. So, like I said, I'm going to finish out this writing for the day, and then I will check in with you with my final word count total here in a little bit. All right. Hello. It is now about an hour and a half later. I will admit to lollygagging just a little bit, but I was finally able to buckle down and finish my page, and I actually spilled over onto the next page a little bit, and I didn't really want to stop, but I am giving myself a good place to pick up tomorrow. But I got my pages. I did 836 words, so perfect, right in that target that I am, feeling good about in terms of what I just talked about with the 700 words and all that. Anyway, so yeah, this is another really good scene that establishes characters and motivations and relationships in the world. I'm pretty jazzed about the content and what I have accomplished. So even though I learned 3 pages is a little bit out of reach on a daily basis, what I am able to accomplish is still really good stuff. So I can hear my partner getting ready to come to bed. It is almost midnight now. So I am going to clock off, get in bed myself, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Hey y'all, it is now Thursday, April 18th. I missed yesterday. I did write a little bit yesterday, about 2/3 of a page, so I didn't update because I like to complete a page and then count the words. So, but when I got home yesterday, I spent like my entire evening finishing the edits on a video that just gave me fits from start to finish. It's already up now, but I just really struggled with it. I had all kinds of technical difficulties. It was a tier ranking video, and when I first sat down to edit it last week, I found out that I lost the entire, like the screen record for the tier ranking recorded the wrong screen somehow, like the wrong window. So I missed all of it, so I had to go back and re-record it. And then I had gotten about halfway through editing the video last week, and then when I came back to it yesterday to finish the edits, the entire project was corrupted. So I had to start all over, and it was a long video. So I was literally working on it all day when I got home yesterday from work. And so I came to bed at 11. I was like, I can't write tonight. I couldn't even finish the one page that I had been working on. I was that tired. I was so fried. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to at least finish out that page and then try and get another page. I'm pretty tired again tonight. I had a big meeting today. We'll just see. We'll just see how I feel. We'll see if I get into a groove and, how much I can get done. It is almost 9:30, so I've got a little bit of time. So I'm going to get settled and get a baseball game going because I like to have background noise, and baseball is good for that because you don't need to pay attention the entire time. So I'm going to do that and get to work, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Hey y'all, it is now Saturday night, and I regret to inform you that I haven't written hardly anything in 3 days. I know why. I am stuck. Yeah, it's kind of like writer's block, except usually when I have block, it's because something went wrong in the setup for, where I'm stuck. Nothing is wrong with what I have written in the last page or two that led me to being stuck. It's just that I have reached a moment that I feel is pretty pivotal, and I want to make sure I get it right. I have a couple of options on how to proceed, and I don't know which one is the best one. And usually when I get this way, what I need to do, weirdly enough, is lay down in bed and pretend to try to go to sleep. I don't know what it is. You know how you get flashes of creative insight right before you go to sleep? That's me. And so what I like to do is I like to lay down and I like to close my eyes and be in bed. I have to be in bed and start thinking over the scene that I'm on or the area where I'm stuck. I've done that a couple of times over the last couple of days. I've napped twice today because both times I ended up actually falling asleep. And unfortunately, I don't know if I'm just too distracted or out of my creative mindset, but that hasn't worked. I haven't actually been able to think at all about the scene. When I lay down and I have quiet moments to reflect and think over my creative process and what I want to do, I just haven't been able to stay concentrated on it. And so I ended up just wasting a bunch of time in bed today. And I wrote one sentence and that's it. So it's not going well. And I know I should just push through it and just move on, but the tone and the context of this moment that I'm about to write is going to color a lot of what comes next. So it has to be the right way, or what I'm going to end up doing is just rewriting it and rewriting it and rewriting it. And that's going to be just as much as a waste of time as what I'm doing now. Plus it'll waste ink and pages. So I don't want to do that. I want to get it right, but it's just not coming to me at the moment. So tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to get to it tonight, to be honest with you. And tomorrow, I don't know that I'm going to get to it either because I have a bunch of homework to do. As usual, I've left it to the last day, and one is a big paper, and I'm also trying to finish a book. I was supposed to read 3 books this weekend, and I've DNF'd one, and I haven't even started on my second. So it's not going well in any of my creative endeavors, but I did write a Twitter thread about how I think the Tortured Poets Department is a work of literature. So as you can see, my energy is going into all the right places. Hello, it is now Sunday morning, and I've slept on it, and I've decided that I'm being probably a little bit too precious about this scene. I mean, it's not even a whole scene. It's really just a couple of paragraphs. I mean, they are pretty important, but I think I've just gotten myself a little bit too much in my head about it. So I've decided I'm just going to bull rush my way through it and just deal with it and then move on, because I've wasted now 3.5, 4 days on this almost. Unfortunately, that's not going to make it into this vlog because I actually have to post it today. So I am going to get to that later. I have a reading vlog to wrap up. I have a bunch of homework to do. And then I'm going to start my next week's vlog tonight to make up for the fact that this has to go up this morning. And also, my microphone died in the middle of filming my update last night, so I just wanted to let y'all know that I slept on it, and I realized that I was being a little bit too precious, and that I'm just going to move on. But that is definitely going to be something that is resolved in the next video. So that wraps up this vlog, and I will see you next week with my final Camp Nano NaNoWrimo writing vlog because it's the last full week of April. Please look forward to it, and I will see you then.